here, and today I wanted to talk about fermented plant juice. So this is the first video in the series I want to do on Korean natural farming. There are some great videos out there, and I have never done this before, and so I'm bringing you along for my journey. And so now that I am trying to get my garden in, I want to make sure that it stays fertilized. I am trying to do it as natural as possible, and so what we're gonna do is make some fermented plant juice. So what you need is a bucket. Okay, I have some baked potatoes, and I'll show you what for. Those are for the starch, to help in the fermentation. If you don't have potatoes, but let's say you have honey or sugar, you can use that. And then plants, specifically weeds. Like, I have so many amazing plants around here that we can use for this. So let's go hunt some of these down so I can show you. Some great options I'm going to use are dandelion, plantain, purple dead nettle, and henbit. Those have great medicinal properties and are great nutrient value for what they are, and so it's going to be great to put in this than to put into my garden. So let's go hunt some weeds. Here is a patch of weeds, and so we have clover, lots of clover in here, and so I'm going to use some of this. Yes, hi Moose. Okay, and literally I'm just going to pick it and do this. Okay, there's so many great things. I'm going to try and get the blossoms too. And see, you guys, we're just throwing it in the bucket. Now, here is plantain. Moose, Moose, you're in the way. You're in the way, boy. You're in the way. So plantain is easy to identify. This is broadleaf plantain, and it has these ribs down it. I'll show you the other plantain that I have in my yard as well, but it will also have the ridges. And so I'm just going to rip the roots off and throw that in the bucket. Okay. I weed whacked earlier, so I know I have some. Look at that dog taking my stuff. I came over here earlier to pull weeds, and you guys, look at that gorgeous plantain. I am going to save this one. I'm gonna pull it a little bit later for my Appalachia healing salve. But I don't see any dead nettle. I know I have some henbit right here. So see this? This is henbit. Henbit is part of the mint family. It has a square stem, the scalloped leaves, and the cute little purple flowers. So now let me show you purple dead nettle. Purple dead nettle is kind of at the end of its season right now, but it is the same thing. It has a square stem, the same similar shaped leaves, but slightly different. So here they are together. Henbit has larger leaves, and purple dead nettle goes up tall, and then it will turn purple. The leaves will turn purple at the top. So I'm gonna rip this out of my bed and throw it in my bucket. Let's see, what else can we find? I have a lot of henbit around here, so I'm just gonna pull that. Now here is the name is escaping. Violet, wild violet. Okay, you guys, you're literally just pulling weeds from your yard for this. You don't need anything fancy. Let's see what else we got down here. I'm trying to leave the clover. This is red clover, because it does make a good natural ground cover. Okay, lots of purple clover. What do I got over here? More. Let's see. I know in this bed over here I had a lot. Oh yeah, here you go. Here's some more. Henbit. Okay. I mean, that's quite a bit. You can use as much as you want, truthfully. Here's more plantain. What do I got over here? See, lots and lots of henbit. Clover. I could probably get more clover. This is literally all it takes, guys. Okay, now for the next step. Okay, so now we're just gonna like try and break this all up. Just so we can get all that good plant juice out, to extract all that nutrient. Next up are the potatoes, and so these are still hot, truthfully. So we're just gonna break them up into pieces. And so what's gonna happen is the natural yeast is going to feed on the starch of these potatoes and cause it to ferment. So hot. Okay, next up is the hose. So I would highly suggest, if you can, collect some rainwater and fill your bucket with some rainwater. If not, some distilled water is second best. And if you have to use the hose, it will still ferment. I promise you, it's still good. So let's fill her up. What? Oh my gosh, you guys, I used the bucket with the holes in it. No wonder it's not filling up. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's fix this. Alright, note to self. Check your buckets for holes. That was an old chicken watering bucket. Okay, I know I have another one, I think. No wonder I was like, where'd that bucket come from? I haven't seen that bucket before. Got 2 for food. Ha. Oh, there's a bucket. Oh, you know, it might still work though. So this is what we use to water the chickens with. But it has a valve on it. So, let's try it. Now that our potatoes cool down, we can squish that up real good. Making sure to get all that potato out. Okay, let's try this filling up thing again. Damn it! Oh. Okay. All right. Last chance. I see a bucket right here. I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm gonna inspect this though. Oh, it's full of mud. So kids have been playing with it. Let's hope it doesn't have a hole in it. Okay, let's rinse her out. Okay, almost good. Jeez. Alright, wipe you. Okay, third time's a charm. Let's hope here. The weeds are nice and washed now. The only problem is I'm worried about all that potato not being enough now. All right, woohoo! It's potato water. And of course, there's no handle. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is put a lid on this. You know, truthfully, I think I'm gonna go bake another potato, and throw it in there. Put a lid on it, and I'm gonna throw it out on the back deck for 3 days. So come Monday, we're gonna check it out and see how good it looks. So something else I thought about with making the fermented plant juice is having a weight on it to hold the plant material down under the surface of the water so that it ferments better. It's not foolproof, but it's gonna help a lot. All right, so we're gonna throw our lid on and wait 3 days. Okay, I'm gonna show you something else that you can put in your fermented plant juice that will be amazing for your garden. It's called leaf mold. So you come up here to a nice shady spot in a forest, any forest near you. It doesn't have to be your property, but in your area. Find an area under a tree with a lot of leaves that are dead. What you want to do is just dig back. Okay, see how we have some microorganisms? Okay, and this is what you want. See that orange stuff right there? It could be white, it could be orange. It's leaf mold. Well, these are just itty bitty, teeny tiny microorganisms. The deeper the leaves, the better. So we're gonna scoop up a bunch of this and put it in our fermented plant juice. We got a little tiny worm there, moving. But there's a lot here for me to choose from. Okay guys, so I just went up and got some leaf mold. I'm gonna add this to my fermented plant juice because this is chocked full of microorganisms. It would be amazing for the fermented plant juice. Okay, so today is day 3. Today is the day it should be done. Let's open the lid and check her out. Oh guys, look at how good that looks. It is bubbly, stinky. It's beautiful. I'm gonna add this in and let it sit for the rest of the day, and tonight when I water the garden I'm gonna use this and I'll show you. But let's get that in and stir it up. Do I got anything I can stir with? I don't think Ken is going to be able to help me. Here is a stick. Okay. Let me get that in. Let that fermentation work. Oh man, that looks, look at how like kind of cloudy and stuff it is. It looks great. Okay guys, so I used potatoes with mine because that is literally the most cost-effective way I feel to make this. Now you can absolutely use honey. You can use brown sugar. You could use fruit juice if you wanted. Any kind of sugar to start that fermentation with the natural yeast in those plants is what you want. Honey is expensive. I don't know if you guys have been to the store, but it's like $7-8 for a pound, and that's not even like the good stuff. And then brown sugar isn't a bad option. I don't know the ratio. Really, I don't think you really need to measure it out, truthfully. Just throw yourself in like a couple cups of brown sugar. You'll be fine. So now let me show you the next step. Okay, so we have our fermented plant juice. I have a 5-gallon bucket with a strainer, and we're going to dilute our plant juice before we put it on our plants. And so we are going to take 1 quart. Ooh, see how cloudy that is? It's good. Okay, and we're gonna strain it into that. And now we're gonna use this to water our plants with. My garden sprayer is broken, so we're just gonna take this and just go around our plants. It's gonna be amazing to see what one day of this will do for these guys. I'm gonna give them a good soak. Okay, so I ended up going to the store. I couldn't water my whole garden with that itty bitty teeny tiny watering can. No, it took me long enough with a regular garden sprayer. So I just went and got one of those pump action garden sprayers at Dollar General. It's $15. And so I used that and I sprayed everything down, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it with that little guy. Okay guys, so it's been a couple weeks now since we've used our fermented plant juice. Let me show you my garden because she's looking good. So we got zucchini, tomatoes, beans, peppers. So this is my in-ground plot, and then I have those. I have these 2 beds. I don't know what to do with. But then we got these beauties here. They're looking lush. They're looking healthy. So I will say this, I've never used fermented plant juice before, but she's good. I'm gonna keep using her. So thank you for watching this, guys. Next video coming up is water soluble calcium. And right now, because everything is blooming, it's the best time to add extra calcium to your plants to help with that dreaded blossom and rot. And so I'm going to show you step by step how to make water soluble calcium, and then you can continue to use both of them together throughout the rest of the summer. So stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, and if you haven't already, drop a comment and tell me where you're watching from, because I would love to know more about you guys, and tell me how your garden's looking right now. Have a great day, guys, and catch you next time. Bye.